Oh,
Hello, everyone. Every page tells a new story. Welcome to the world of endless animation. In the 22nd century, planet Earth became filled with garbage due to humans and their neglect of the environment. All humans left and went to live on a spaceship, leaving behind robots to clean up the garbage. Here, we see advertisements from Star Corporation encouraging humans to leave Earth and live temporarily on the spaceship in space. But after 700 years, the robots failed to clean up Earth, leaving only one robot named Wall-E. Wall-E continued working, compressing piles of garbage into small cubes. While working, he enjoyed listening to songs and had a cockroach friend who kept him company. Whenever he found something useful in the trash, he would take it home. Among the things Wall-E collected was an old romantic movie, and every time he watched it, he felt he wanted to love and connect. One day, during a new dust storm, Wall-E closed his house and went to sleep. The next morning, he woke up needing to recharge, which he did using solar energy by standing in the sun. After recharging, he resumed his work and entertained himself with the human objects he found, keeping the useful ones and discarding the rest. One day, while encountering a problem with a magnetic storm, Wall-E opened a box and found a small plant. He placed it in the box and took it home. Later, Wall-E noticed a laser beam moving on the ground and followed it out of curiosity, only to find himself surrounded by multiple laser beams. A spaceship landed on Earth, and Wall-E, scared, dug into the ground to hide. After the ship landed, Wall-E cautiously approached it and saw a white robot named Eve emerge. Eve flew around, searching for something specific. Wall-E followed her, fascinated by her. When Eve noticed something moving behind her, she fired a shot, which luckily hit a rock instead of Wall-E. Though scared, Wall-E continued to follow her. Eve also fired at Wall-E's cockroach friend, but when she saw him, she liked him and played with him. Hearing Wall-E's voice again, she shot at him, prompting Wall-E to retreat into his box. When Eve approached and scanned him with her laser, she realized he was a cleaning robot and left him alone. Eve continued her search, and Wall-E kept following her, trying to get her attention in various ways, though she seemed uninterested. At one point, a magnet caught Eve while she was flying, and she destroyed the ship it was attached to with her firepower. Wall-E saw her upset and tried to cheer her up. Eventually, they started communicating and got to know each other. Wall-E showed her his home, where Eve used her intelligence to interact with his collection, solving a Rubik's Cube in seconds and watching his favorite movie. They danced together, mimicking the film. However, Eve's strength and intensity caused some destruction in Wall-E's home, even damaging one of Wall-E's eyes. Fortunately, Wall-E had spare parts to repair himself. Though Wall-E tried to hold Eve's hand, she refused. She was intrigued by a lighter Wall-E showed her. When Wall-E revealed the plant he had found, Eve analyzed it and confirmed it was positive. She then stored the plant inside her and shut down. Wall-E, thinking Eve needed solar charging, took her outside into the sun, but she didn't wake up. He tried various methods to revive her, but failed. Disheartened, he resumed his work, though he missed her presence and often used the lighter to remember her. Suddenly, the spaceship returned, this time to retrieve Eve. Wall-E ran after her, calling her name, and managed to board the ship with her. The spaceship took off, leaving Earth, with Wall-E now on board. In space, Wall-E was amazed by everything he saw. The ship reached the Starliner, where humans lived, and entered it. Advanced robots appeared, cleaning Eve of any contamination. They also cleaned Wall-E, who was found to be 100% contaminated. A robot named Mo was particularly intent on cleaning Wall-E. Other robots took Eve away, and Wall-E followed, leaving his tracks behind, which Mo diligently cleaned. Wall-E was overwhelmed by the fast-paced environment and encountered a human for the first time. The humans were sedentary, communicating via screens even when near each other. They had become overweight and lazy, relying entirely on robots for their needs. Wall-E accidentally disrupted a man named John, causing him to fall and momentarily break free from his screen. Robots came to assist John, but Wall-E continued his pursuit of Eve. Along the way, he also interacted with a woman named Mary, helping her notice the world around her for the first time. Wall-E eventually reached Eve, who was taken to a robot named Otto. Otto analyzed Eve and woke up Captain McCrea, the ship's lazy captain who rarely moved from his chair. Otto informed McCrea that Eve had returned with the desired object. McCrea, surprised, realized it was the first time a robot had returned from Earth with positive results. When he pressed the plant symbol, an old video of the president appeared, explaining that if they were seeing this video, it meant a robot had returned with proof that Earth was habitable again. And this means that it's time to return to Earth. Of course, they mean Eva when she found the plant, indicating Earth was habitable again. The captain says to examine the plant to confirm it's alive, and the ship alone will bring you back to Earth. If there are any questions, refer to the instruction manual and follow its guidelines. Meanwhile, Wally sneaks over to Eva, surprising her when she sees him. She tries to hide him so no one notices. Later, they open Eva to retrieve the plant, but it's missing. Captain McCree assumes Eva was mistaken, cancels the return to Earth operation, and orders Eva to be sent for repairs. McCree then notices Wally, who greets him and hands him a seedling. McCree orders Wally to be sent for cleaning, and he ends up in the same vehicle as Eva. McCree analyzes the seedling, discovering it is a material from Earth composed of sand or soil. McCree requests images and videos of Earth and is astonished by the information and footage he sees. He starts asking the AI numerous questions about Earth. Meanwhile, Eva and Wally are sent to the repair area. Eva is powered off, and they attempt to power off Wally, but he escapes and ends up in the makeup section where he is imprisoned. Wally sees Eva being repaired, but mistakenly thinks she's being tortured. He uses his laser to break the barrier and rushes to save her, breaking down the door to free her and the other robots who were repairing Eva. They try to shoot Wally to stop him, but the shot hits the control device, disabling it and freeing all the imprisoned robots. The freed robots consider Wally their savior and carry him around, with Eva chasing after them. Alarm systems activate, and security robots block their path, displaying Wally and Eva's image on all the ship's screens, labeling them as terrorist and destructive robots. Before they can be captured, Eva grabs Wally and flies away. They manage to hide until they are safe, taking an elevator. Wally tries to warn Eva, but she becomes upset and breaks the screen. Later, Eva takes Wally to a spaceship to send him back to Earth, but Wally refuses to leave unless she comes with him. They hear someone outside, prompting Eva to turn everything off and hide. A small robot belonging to Otto enters, carrying Eva's plant, and places it in the spaceship to return it to Earth. Wally rushes to retrieve the plant, but the small robot steps on a button, launching the spaceship with Wally inside. Eva exits through the emergency door to follow Wally. Wally presses all the buttons to stop the spaceship, but accidentally activates the self-destruct mechanism, giving them only 20 seconds before it explodes. Wally tries to break the door to escape, and Eva sees the spaceship explode in front of her, thinking Wally has died. However, Wally emerges, flying through space using a fire extinguisher. The two float around each other until they finally reunite. Wally reveals the plant, which he had preserved, making Eva overjoyed. She hugs him, and they touch heads, creating a spark between them like a kiss. Wally is shocked and delighted. They fly and dance together in space. Mary sees Wally flying and remembers him, and John stands beside her, also recalling Wally. Both are happy with the sight they're witnessing, a coincidence that allows them to meet each other for the first time in reality. Meanwhile, Captain McCree continues learning about Earth. After putting out the fire, Eva takes Wally back to the ship, and they sneak around to avoid security. Eva leaves Wally in hiding and heads to Captain McCree's room, immediately showing him the plant. McCree is thrilled and excited because this means they can return to Earth. He places a device on Eva to view recordings of Earth, but he is disappointed by the current state of the planet, finding it unlike the beautiful blue skies, farms, lands, parties, and food he saw in the videos. However, when he watches Wally and Eva's recorded moments of dancing, he is captivated by their dance and says that since this plant has survived, there is still hope. When the protagonists in the video hold hands, Eva is touched by the moment and reflects on it. Later, recordings of Eva being powered off are displayed, showing Wally's relentless efforts to wake her, even putting himself in danger. Simultaneously, Wally thinks about Eva, holding his hand as she did, and tries to sneak through the air ducts to reach Captain McCree's room. As he moves, he cleans up behind him. Captain McCree decides to return the ship to Earth, but Otto stands in his way, demanding the plant. McCree refuses to hand it over, and Otto insists on taking it, arguing they cannot return to Earth. He tries to forcibly take the plant, but McCree resists. Otto then plays a video from the president announcing bad news. Earth's cleanup operation has failed, and the toxic levels have made life on Earth impossible. Thus, the return to Earth operation has been cancelled, and everyone will remain on the ship. He repeats the cancellation of Operation A-113, which was cleaning the Earth, and orders all cleaning robots to return to the ship to work there. McCree asks Otto when this video was recorded, and Otto replies that it was about 700 years ago. McCree argues that conditions have changed since then. Earth is now habitable, and the plant is proof of this. However, Otto insists on following orders and refuses to let anyone leave the ship. He reveals that this is why he took the plant from Eva the first time. Otto says they must follow orders and no one will leave the ship. He calls his small robot, which takes the plant from McCree. Eva threatens Otto, demanding the plant back, or she will shoot. The small robot throws the plant into the trash. At that moment, Wally emerges, rescuing the plant. Eva tries to run to him, but the small robot immobilizes her with a laser. Wally hides the plant inside Otto. Otto electrocutes Wally, causing him to fall into the trash chute. Otto powers off Eva and throws her after Wally. Otto locks McCree in Otto's control room. Eva is reactivated by some small robots and finds herself in the trash room, where large robots compact the trash into cubes and eject them into space. Wally and Eva are inside the cubes, about to be thrown into space. Eva uses her weapon to free herself, but she doesn't manage to free Wally in time. They are just at the exit gate, but at that moment, Mo appeared, following Wally and clinging to the inner door. The air pressure became low, and Eve managed to fly and grabbed onto Mo. The garbage robot sensed something was wrong, so they closed the outer door and returned inside. Wally wasn't functioning well, and Eve found that the chip he had was damaged. So she searched through the trash for a working chip, but none were suitable for Wally. Wally showed her the plant, indicating she should continue her mission. At first, Eve refused and held Wally's hand, but Wally insisted, saying Earth was more important. Eve thought that Earth might have a suitable chip for Wally, so she grabbed Wally and Mo and flew out of the trash compactor. A security robot saw Eve, and she knocked it aside and took off. The freed robots saw Eve and Wally and chased after them, and the captain saw them on the camera. He released all security robots to catch them. Meanwhile, McCree, who was imprisoned, saw the warning image of Wall-E and Eve, so he sabotaged the control devices and appeared on the screen, telling Eve to bring the plant to the ship's surface and that he would handle it. Then Eve and the robots, with security in front of them, were happy, and all our robots attacked the security. McCree, like in a video, held the plant to distract Otto and make him focus on him while Eve took action. When Otto approached, McCree jumped on him and attacked, trying to destroy him. Amidst the struggle, the small robot fell and got destroyed. Our robots did their duty and finished off the security robots, and McCree managed to press the Return to Earth button, and the robots started putting the humans to sleep for travel back to Earth. The plant capsule appeared for Eve to place it in, but Otto took control again and tilted the ship so the plant would fall from them. All the humans fell from their chairs, and John and Mary managed to save some children. Some large chairs started falling, but Eve acted before they crushed the humans. Otto lowered the capsule, but Wally tried to stop it and keep it open, which caused Wally to become more damaged. McCree got up and stood on his feet for the first time and walked until he reached Otto, defeated him, and we got rid of him permanently. After that, the ship returned to normal. Eve went to check on Wally and asked for help to find the plant, and Mo managed to find it. The humans helped each other to reach the capsule. Eve placed the plant in the capsule, which officially activated the Return to Earth process. Wally was freed from the pressure, but he wasn't working. Within 10 seconds, the ship flew and returned to Earth. As soon as the ship landed and people got out, Eve flew with Wally and took him home. She started to repair him, thinking and trying, and suddenly Wally held her hand and remembered her. Gradually, Wally's old personality returned, and they shared a romantic moment. On the other side, McCree showed the humans how to plant, and humans and robots worked together, starting to rebuild Earth from scratch. And with that, we've reached the end of the episode. Stay tuned for the upcoming episodes, and if you liked the episode, don't forget to give us a like, share, and subscribe to the channel.